Hello, welcome to the Property Pilot. My name is Marco Sarusi. I'm a property investor, developer and mentor. Today we're going to do a little bit of video about where I am in my property investing journey. I briefly mentioned about kind of my property portfolio on the channel before, but today I'm going to talk about kind of where I am in my journey and where I see my next steps. So very briefly, a bit of an overview about where I am currently then, and then this will make a bit more sense about where I want to be. So, I have a sizable portfolio across the north of the UK that compromises of single lets, flats, a block of flats, land and a HMO. Now, I'm well versed in several different strategies and my opinions of these strategies has changed over the years. Things change in property. So for example, I started out and I loved HMOs, that houses of multiple occupancies where you rent the rooms on an individual basis to typically young professionals. I loved them, I was in love with them and I worked with them day in and day out and I lived in HMOs myself. As a young professional, I lived in 5 different cities across the UK when I was working at my FTSE 100 role. Every single one of those I stayed in the HMO and I just got so much value and understanding from actually living in part of that process. So I started loving HMOs, but really in the past 5 years I've transitioned away from them. I found that there is an oversupply of HMOs. I find that a lot of regulation hampers HMOs and the future proofing of HMOs in terms of council tax banding. And look at utility bills now, they're absolutely ridiculous. So what I'm trying to say is where I am in my portfolio is my opinions have changed slightly as regulation change, as economic outlooks change, and as market supplies and demand change over time. So now, for example, what I'm really looking for is blocks of flats. I've got a block of flats myself that's worked out really well, and I'm looking to copy and paste that, but on a much larger scale. So the block of flats I've got at the moment, there are 11 flats in this particular building. Now I'm looking to scale up, I'm looking to find a block that maybe has double those amounts of units. And I came across a really good opportunity in the summer to purchase several blocks of flats. And everything was going great. The offer was submitted, I built a really good rapport with the agent, and at the last minute someone came in above the head, an offer that they couldn't refuse. I don't blame them for taking for it. It was a better offer than what I'd put forward, and maybe in hindsight, a lesson that I've learned myself is I could have actually afforded to get a bit more on that deal. But you live and you learn, hey? So what I'm looking for is blocks of flats, ideally 20 units plus. So if you know of any blocks of flats for sale in this kind of range, please contact me. I'll also consider anything that are 6+ units as well. And the reason why I'll consider anything that's 6 and plus is because there are stamp duty incentives and reliefs to purchase blocks of flats or blocks of a row of houses, say for example, providing there are 6 or more dwellings. You can get a discount on your stamp duty, which is great. If you want to find out a bit more about that rule, feel free to message me and I'm more than happy to talk about it, because that particular rule could save you tens of thousands of pounds in stamp duty. For example, when I acquired my block of flats, that particular rule saved me, I think it was £25,000 in stamp duty, which of course you don't want to be paying if you don't need to. So to recap, I'm looking for bigger things essentially. So again, I bought part portfolios and I've bought portfolios in the past. I bought rows of houses and things like that. I love buying portfolios because normally I can add so much value to them. So again, I'm looking for portfolios, anything really 6 units plus, which are great. They don't even have to go through at the same transaction. They can be staggered, especially if they're owned in a personal name. And for tax purposes, the vendor wants to offload them in a staggered basis. They pay less tax. So that's kind of where I am in my journey. I'm just looking to scale that to the next level. Of course, I'm still looking at single buy-to-lets, and I'd entertain a single buy-to-let providing the margin was sufficient. However, with a lot of new entrants and players in the market, it's very difficult to get a single buy-to-let at the price that I want to pay for it. So that's kind of where I am in my journey, and I hope this kind of honest, transparent, what should I call it, confession of where I am in my property investing journey has helped you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I kindly ask that you subscribe to this channel. There's going to be some really good property investing, developing content coming out in the near future, and it will really help support me too. So thanks very much for listening, and I hope you enjoy your day.